He's got a lot of big laws, and plus he can always save us now.
Call this regular meeting to order. Call roll.
Mayor Querom.
Here.
Councilmember Swanson.
Here.
Mabry.
Here.
Gomez.
Here.
Newman.
Here.
Please stand before us.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have on our agenda tonight a public comment for a tree plant update for Dennis Taylor, but we scrubbed that for tonight, so he'll be here in 2 weeks. So with that, do we have any public comment for anyone in the gallery? Okay, so we'll go to approval of minutes to Commissioner Newman.
Thank you, Mayor. I move that we approve the minutes from our regular council meeting on September 21st, 2020.
Second.
Motion's been second. Comments? Call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querom.
Aye. And we'll go to approval of invoices. City Clerk Nelson.
In the Department of Accountant and Finances for this period, we have invoices totaling $57,036.75. In the Department of Streets and Public Improvements, we have invoices totaling $247,513.45. In the Department of Public Safety, we have invoices totaling $175,806.32. And in the Department of Public Property and Utilities, we have invoices totaling $185,386.49. Mayor, all council members present have confirmed their reviews of all invoices and are now submitted for disposition.
I move that we approve the invoices as presented.
Second.
Motion's been seconded. Any comments? Call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querom.
Aye. We'll go to regular business. City Clerk Nelson.
Next on the agenda is Resolution R-20-027. This is an ordinance adopting the 2020 Bureau County Natural Hazard Mitigation Plan. Mayor, all council members have reviewed this ordinance and it is submitted for disposition.
I move that we approve Resolution R-20-027.
Second.
Motion's been seconded. Comments?
I'll just make a comment that this is something that we work on constantly, year after year. It's required by FEMA to be submitted to them every 5 years, and this is the 5-year interval. This plan was presented to you earlier in the year in its draft form, and now it's in its final format, and it's ready to be sent to FEMA. So every community that's involved in this must approve it, and before it goes to FEMA. This gives us an inside track in case we have other natural disasters, apparently not a derecho, but other natural disasters that where we need to seek assistance, and it paves the way for us. So with that, let's turn it back to you, Mayor.
Thank you, Pete. Any other explanation? Any other comments? Call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querom.
Aye. That'll do it for regular business tonight. Go to the city manager report.
On your agenda is the topic of the fire engine funding that we brought up at the last meeting. The fire department was here to discuss what they're proposing, so you all had the packet of information, and we wanted you to review that before today, next couple meetings, to figure out the direction that you're comfortable going. So with that being said, I don't know if anybody from the fire department wants to.
Yeah, I think we were just going to comment if you had any additional questions about it.
Any questions?
The nice thing about this is if it's ordered, I mean, as far as payment,
Yeah, and I can
would not be for quite some
Yeah,
time.
let me touch on that a little bit. So, the way Chief has explained it to me is with the prior fire engine, we'll go off of that as an example. It was probably comfortably about a 2-year lag between ordering it and making the first payment, maybe even a little bit longer. So, in looking at the debt, we have the other fire engine that is being financed locally, which is great. The last payment for that will be June 15th of 2024. So we're going to have about a year that we'll have to work out. But I think when we go to get the financing for it, if we go locally, we can try to work something locally here to make it work. This does give us a couple of years. I'm going to say you're going to go out at least 2 fiscal years here to help kind of offset some of these costs to prepare for it as well. So, given what I also told you guys at the last meeting, through this year in 2024, we will have about $1.1 million in debt payments fall off. So, we hate to borrow money, but the money that's falling off, we should comfortably be able to, as long as we don't get hit with any more storms or anything. But it's something that you guys need for equipment, for inspection purposes as well. So, did I miss anything? Now there is, in the proposal, you should have seen also that they're looking at exchanging some of the equipment. You did get rid of one of the brush trucks already. We did receive the money for that. They're looking at getting rid of, let's see, the pumper.
Pumper, heavy rescue.
And the heavy rescue.
Another brush truck.
And another brush truck, and then combining equipment needs and getting all those into 2 other pieces of equipment. So what I've talked to the chief about this is, as we're moving along with the anticipation of replacing the engine, these other 2 pieces of equipment, if we can work with those with the normal budget and try to make something work so we're not borrowing more and more. But if we know it's coming, we can try to budget for that a little bit better. So.
They're much more affordable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In the packet, some of the examples for financing show a 10-year span for finance. Is that what you would look for, Teresa?
It looked like on the last one, it's,
That's 7.
yeah, about 7. It depends on what's available to us. Like I said, I like to keep it as local as we can, so we'll put out a bid for that.
The brush truck that we sold, what did we get for that, do you know?
40.
40?
So, and then I'm assuming you guys all have the same packet I have. If you're looking at estimates of what the other equipment would sell for, between the brush truck and the others, you should have enough to replace either the mini squad or the brush truck or something to help offset some of that. So, we can get creative with it, hopefully.
Teresa, if I could make a quick comment. So Lieutenant Eskridge gave me a quick tour of the equipment, and I just had mentioned to him that if at all possible, obviously we've already discussed that we're going to work on getting local financing, but also if we could figure out a way to take the equipment that we're going to be replacing, putting a value on it through that, whether it be that broker that we've been selling some stuff to, but then reaching out to our mutual aid communities around Bureau County and offering it to them first, was the idea. We're not trying to make any more money off of it than what we would get paid for from the broker. We just want to make sure it could stay in Bureau County and assist the small communities. We'd like to try to do that.
Yeah.
And Lieutenant Eskridge thought that would be something he'd be glad to work with. So I really appreciate that.
I think we have some estimates on what we could probably get for that equipment as well.
So if all goes well, I mean, do you see coming to us within the next 90 days or 6 months to approve?
Well, you've already gotten 2 quotes.
Okay.
We're right there.
We're ready to go.
They're late.
Ready to roll.
You're ready to roll. I mean, I'm looking at, there's a couple of questions, because I know it's not gonna be purchased right away. But once the items are sold, the equipment is sold, are those gonna be kept specifically just earmarked in an account so they won't be spent, so when actual purchases happen, you'll be able to go ahead and put that money right into.
That's what I would like to see happen, and I anticipate to see happen, and I think that's what you guys are willing to do by offering up the values of that equipment.
And my other comment was that as important as the job that, our firefighters and even our police a lot of times they do need the equipment to be able to do the jobs, not only for the safety of them, but the safety of the public they're trying to serve.
Mhm.
So.
And not just here, but I'm so surprised how many calls they go out to neighboring
They go to
communities.
help neighboring communities to be
Unreal.
able to go in and be able to do that. There's times when I'm here, and you hear the calls that are going on.
Mhm.
So,
And how many times has to go out to 80, which is another scary area.
Good.
So, in terms of the quotes that you have though, you have two quotes, one for one brand versus another.
Correct.
Are you leaning towards,
Custom.
okay, which is the
The
cheaper?
cheaper
So, on that one, it looked like it was $6.99.
Yeah, and not because of that, it's just our issues that we've had with
Yeah.
the latest Pierce we got, we can't go through that easy, so.
They really did a good job looking at what their experience has been with the equipment and trying to narrow down what they really need. That's why I like what they're doing with the other equipment too, and paring it down and trying to put some of it together so you don't have so much sitting out there. It's what they have is usable, so.
it's a dual purpose.
Mhm. Mhm. So if they're looking at that quote of, we're looking at price a little over 699,000.
It did actually need $694, because that option 2 is.
Oh, you don't want that?
No.
Okay, 694, 864, so.
How many cup holders are in there?
Zero.
It's carried on your back.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're good.
Plan.
It's a good plan.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
And I should note too, I've told the chief, if we do find some sort of a funding source that comes up out of surprise COVID or something, we'll certainly look into that as well. We keep looking for other financing options as well, because we got a little bit of time here before we have to worry about that.
Great. All right. Okay, thank you. Anything else, Krista? Is that?
No,
All right.
and Scott did an awesome job putting this together, so.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, right. Okay, under my report, the board appointees for the tree commission, we are going to put that off as well. We'll probably address that the first meeting in November. Fall burning, so we discussed this at our last meeting about going forward with a plan for fall burning. We talked about allowing burning November 1st through November 30th, and kind of put that out there. You know, if there's as many people out there that want to burn as there are that don't want us to burn, so it's you know, it's a 50-50 thing. I don't know, but at any rate, I think we should allow burning. I think we should do it in November. People are mostly indoors in November, windows are shut. The only question is the days, hours. Normally, I think we don't allow burning. We allow burning from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. Fire has to be out by 5. And we allow burning every day but Mondays and Fridays. Originally, there's reasons for that. I don't know if we want to stay with that plan. Anybody have any ideas?
That seemed workable, I mean, in the past.
Yeah, keep it simple, stay with that.
Yeah. So, we'll make it official. So burning will be allowed in the city of Princeton from November 1st to November 30th between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Fire must be out at 5 p.m. And Mondays and Fridays, there will be no burning allowed. And you can always, as you're raking the leaves, if you get lawn bags, you can, you know, we will continue to pick up leaves in November if people put out lawn bags. So keep that in mind as well if you want to keep the burning down. I didn't tell Quint we were going to do that, but I just did. Trick or treat reminder. So trick or treat hours on October 31st will be from 5 to 7. And we have a city election coming up on April 6th of 2021. We do have packets available at City Hall for 2 open city council seats. Also, the parking lot behind Spoons is complete. It's finished. All the landscaping areas have been landscaped. The mulch will be applied tomorrow, but went up there, it looks great all the way across. So it really looks nice. So get a chance to go up and take a look at that. That's all that I have. Do we have any old business? tonight?
I want to touch on, just an update on the chamber. They've been in the process of hiring a new director. Just so you have an update on that, we are going through, been involved in that process again. This week is the second round for the candidates, the two final candidates, so hopefully next week we should have some final word on that. I've been getting a lot of questions about that, so just so there's an update on that.
Thanks, Teresa. Any old business? Any new business? Any public comment? Anybody have a public comment they'd like to make? Okay, I'll go ahead and entertain a motion to adjourn and reconvene.
Move that we adjourn our regular meeting this evening and reconvene on Monday, October 19th, 2020 at 7 p.m. at City Hall. Changes in meeting format and location other than City Hall will be announced in advance.
Second.
Motion's been second, call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querem.
Aye.